some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Bruins will put total leather and will get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Leaves it with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Both these teams just outside the top 25 and really needing to win a game like this to vault their way into the rankings.
And it's just amazing winning a game like this, what it can do for your program, right? Recruiting, your confidence. Everything is better when you've got the number beside your name. And, David, one of these two teams is going to get that number if they pull out the win.
No doubt, and you continue to start the season off and build, right? Because you started with preseason, and you start with getting into the year, and now you're starting to build and build and build and build that momentum. Getting a win against a really good team, finding out who you are, can set the tone for your season.
Quickly to the tight end. There he goes. Ball spins away. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The Hurricanes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Rides the back on the option to give. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to control it.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He tries to take the top off. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences are that now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense
spins away from wide. Newsom made it. Touchdown, UCLA. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in here, he got the long touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. He's not even going to make it to the 20, much less the 25. They'll mark it out of bounds at the 18. stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking downfield, it's Wimsatt. It's complete. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. He's going to look for a man on third and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Throws for the tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. This quarterback part of their running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Turning it on. Finally run out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. They'll mark it at the 18.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
They'll throw it from the red zone. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Oh, they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. It's complete on the right side. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Race. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come.
Touchdown, Hurricane! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And that's why it's so tough to stop an option offense and plays like this, because defensively you've got to be so good with your assignments. Someone needs the dive. Someone needs the quarterback. Who's got the pitch man? That time nobody on defense had the answer.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UCLA will go back to work on offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Canes. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside it, can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game where you go back and you look and you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. Throws to the tight end. Working that left side. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass on second down. This time he's got it. Pick up the 5. They'll need 5 more on third down.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Looking to throw again. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bruin! Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Carr. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're...
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, that D-tackle has an explosive first step. He shot right out of his stance. He was in the backfield and was able to make the tackle for him.
And the Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Lets it fly. Complete to the right. Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays. Or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to...
He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Oklahoma was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Sooners performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Complete to the left. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Going downfield for the big play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that.
Going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
The Canes are on the move. Direct snap. Fights off a defender. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Gets the back moving. To throw, it's Wimsatt. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point made today 28-21 score. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Flores. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Canes. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point. And
I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. To the ground. He's got it again.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. The Bruins want to move quickly. Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. Rifles it down the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Taking it the other way. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Well, they were probably thinking 4-down territory with it 3rd and short, so the quarterback is licking his chops thinking there's no way the defense is going to be thinking I'm taking a deep shot down the field right now. I've got a home run ball, but give the defender so much credit. He was ready for it, and he snags that out of the air.
Great discipline by this defense. Understanding it's 3rd and short, you might get a short concept. No. Playing the deep ball great with great discipline. I like the way he breaks on the football, gathers the interception, and
it's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
I got to tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB breathing a big sigh of relief. You thought you made a game-changing pick, but how about flying to the football, like you said, making the tackle, getting the football out, recovering it, and, you know, getting a first down. That's how you do it.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Stopped right at the 42-yard line as his defense forces a 4th down.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shit.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. And the Canes are rolling down the field. Looking for a man. It's Wimsatt. Floats it out in space. Breaks into the open. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. We're in the 1st half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Off the RPO, complete. Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Flores. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. He unleashes a long one. Brings it in down the left side. And he's brought down after a huge completion. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw on 1st down. Skips away from pressure. He's going to take off. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. And the Bruins will hustle to the line. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Throws to the wideout. Can't make the catch on 3rd down, and the rarest of drops for this guy. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The give on the option. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. He's going for the big play. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one.
Looking for a huge play. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Wow, the quarterback got away with one there. He's lucky that defender dropped that pass, because if he picks it, he might have taken that one to the house.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point.
Looking for the end zone. And he will take it in. Touchdown, UCLA.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Wimsatt. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided.
Lofts one high and deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They'll bring him down at the 15-yard line as he made some hay after picking off that pass. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Hauls it in.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route, so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
Makes the catch. It's Thomas. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon, and a guy this defense has got to be ready for.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Unloads to the right. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. On the run, deep down the right side. He's got it on the outside. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Hurricanes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do it.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pressure coming. The short hands. It's Thomas. Still on his feet at the 45. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. Last completion got them a 1st down. Let's see what they do now.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. It's Robinson. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And the offense came out aggressively here in the 2nd half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes, and they've got a lot of guys with ball skills. If you put the football anywhere around them in their vicinity and their ability to catch the football, they'll come down with it. This quarterback has got to be way more careful here in the 2nd half.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
There he goes. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. And the Hurricanes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters.
Touchdown, Hurricane! A great catch and run for 6. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Coming out with it, it's Matthews. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Now, 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again.
Turning it on. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. Touchdown, K. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And how about this offense? Another scoring drive. Great job. They seem to be in a much better rhythm than they were a week ago. They're 0-1, lost week 1. They could have got down on themselves. I like the way they bounced back. Now they're going to be 1-1 with this performance.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
UCLA, 28.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Matthews. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it inside the 30. Flying out to the left. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bruins.
And the big play starts with the protection up front. This takes a long time to develop. He's going to start all the way on the right side, run all the way across the field, so you got to have protection. He hangs in there, throws the football perfectly. The big play, the big touchdown.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They want to see if they can score the deuce. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Using the quick game. He'll get in there as they draw 2 points closer. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. That Miami offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Past the 30. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Miami! Once he got some room, it was over.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Alabama is putting on an offensive clinic, the likes of which we've seldom seen, and this program has had some legendary players. They're up 14 over Penn State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping, going to take a shot at this DB. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Might be calling a hot route. Keeps looking downfield. Lets it fly. Snagged in the middle. It's Thomas. It's a seam wide open. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. The defense gets bailed out after giving up that big play, coming back because of the penalty. First down here for the offense. To the air. It's Iamaleava. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Pulls it in. It's Marshall. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They just keep firing. Caught close to the marker. It's Thomas. Finding an escape route. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, UCLA! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the two. Still down big here in the third quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. A run for the quarterback. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's...
Feeds him the stiff arm, and he's running free. Touchdown, Hurricane! And the punishment has been extended.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Miami, 71, UCLA, 44.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Hit as he throws. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And the Canes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top. Flushed out of the pocket. He throws into the middle of the field. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Got it behind the line. It's Pringle. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on third down and try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He's moving out of the pocket. It's incomplete, a fourth down stop, and the turnover on downs.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach...
Going deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this is a tough spot for QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let you...
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bruin. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
He's got him. Driving for the goal line. Loose football. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Miami, 71. UCLA, 50.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll send the back in motion. Quarterback keeper. Creates a little room. Makes it past the marker. It's a running room. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Canes. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
Miami, 77. UCLA, 50.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. It's complete. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. And the Bruins want to pick up the tempo. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. The quick out. All down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
For a first down.
The Bruins are on the move. To the air on 1st down. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw. It's Iamaleava. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
Release to the back. He makes the grab. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. He's got it on the run. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. Touchdown, UCLA! Fit it in the window for the score.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. A designed run for the quarterback. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much. And even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Breaks into the open.
Man, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. He'll do it himself. Can't get him to the ground. And he finds his way out of bounds, real close to the goal line there, knocking on the door.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Canes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Miami! And the route is on.
Well, obviously, this team didn't get the start they wanted to on the year, coming into this one 0-1, but a great job there getting that drive, putting 6 up on the board. They've got a comfortable lead. They wanted to turn the page and start to build momentum. This is a massive win for this program.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the catch down the right side. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
first down.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get that.
There he goes. Touchdown, Bruin. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is. I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that's being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another...